She believes there is a ghost or a spirit in her house.
In one of the houses, yeah, for real.
Really? In the house that you in now?
The one in LA, there's definitely a ghost in that bitch. I don't care. I'm telling you, I be telling Offset, like, yo, I cannot. Like, there was this one time that I felt like I heard something. So, I got security outside my house. I told one of the securities to sleep inside the house. Yep, you guys sleep in the couch because I swear to God, I hear something.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah. I bet you it would suck to be a ghost.
How so?
Well, like, if you're stuck
Everybody
on this
afraid of
earth and you're just trying to go and, like, visit family, you're going to catch them masturbating at some point.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it'd be that one person where it's like, hey, man, and keep it real with you. There were times, man, when I was like, man, is, my mom or is somebody looking at me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Or what if I'm just in the room with, like, a loved one and they don't know I'm there, but I see them just kind of sitting there staring off into space. And I'm like, man, I wish I could talk to you right now. And then while I'm having this ghostly, sentimental moment, they just pull out their phone and start putting porn on. And then I'll be like, all right, I just got to leave now. They don't respect their feelings as a ghost. I'll tell you that right now, big boy.
Hey, man, have you ever had an encounter where you was like, man, that was a ghost or that was an alien encounter?
For sure. One time, I took a dump at this girl's house, and I was watching, and maybe I was just scared, but I was watching videos about, like, celebrities that sold their soul to the devil, and, like, these old singers, and that they sold their soul, right? And I'm like, man, that's nuts. I was like, it's just a bunch of videos, So then, wipe, do my business, whatever, wash my hands, always wash my hands.
Hello?
And it was like at nighttime, and when I got out of the restroom, I had to go walk down like this kind of longer hallway. And I swear to God, something grabbed my shoulders, and I was like, I want my soul. Don't touch me. But I don't know. I never figured out what it was. Could just be being scared,
Right.
But I'm pretty sure something
But you
grabbed
knew
my
you
shoulder.
felt something.
But
hell yeah.
I believe in ghosts 100%. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody believes me when I say this. And this is why I'm so scared. I'll tell you right now, and I'm not afraid to say it on the air or whatever. Because I know they're like, people are afraid to show their religion. I'm not religious, but I believe in God.
Right.
But I believe in ghosts because I've seen, like, people do, I don't know, I saw, like, Ouija board type stuff.
Oh, man.
I saw this lady have these pencils. She held a pencil between each, like, one pencil in this hand and one pencil in this hand, just pinching them, right, with the tips. And this other dude held the pencils. There, okay, yeah. He's like, do the witchcraft.
Yeah.
So she held them like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody would sit across from her with two pencils and hold them like that too. Now, these were colored pencils. You know how those colored pencils have like a flat end and then the sharpened end?
Yeah.
So your sharpened end is here, and it's touching their flat end. And
Gotcha.
the opposite over here. And she would say that she could only do it when she feels the spirits around. And she would ask it questions, and they would move. And so I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nah, they're doing it with their hands, right? But they're holding it like this.
Damn.
And I saw it with my own two eyes.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah, see, I don't play with Ouija stuff, bro.
I don't know what you would call that. I guess technically not Ouija, but they're asking the questions. And I remember they said, like, if it's a yes, it goes like one way. If it's a no, it goes the other. If they're not allowed to answer, it does something else. And yeah, I don't know. It freaked me out.
I remember, Saweetie, when my mom passed, right? Mm-hmm. I remember I was laying in the bed, and I wasn't asleep. Mm-hmm. I wasn't asleep.
I believe you.
And I remember I felt, you know what, like when somebody's on the bed and they get off,
Yep.
and you can feel the weight shift.
Yes.
I felt the weight shift, right? Mm-hmm. And not that it was rocking me, but I felt the weight shift. I felt the mattress move. Whew. And then when I looked up, I literally visually saw my mom walking out the room. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I was like, Mom, I really, this is beautiful, but she had just kind of like passed. I was like, I really can't handle this right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful, but I knew I couldn't handle it. I was in so many different directions. Uh-huh. But I understand what you're saying, and especially if yours is moving around. Uh-huh. Have you tested it where you say, I'm not going to play the gospel music tonight just to make sure that it was that?
Oh, no, I don't play.
Yeah.
When I do, because sometimes if I have to make a decision, I'm going to put that gospel music on.
Yeah.
Because every time I don't sleep with it, it happens to me every time. Every time. It's like the gospel music is my protection.
I heard that, man. I'm done with for real right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, ain't no
That's
need.
for real.
Yeah. Do you have like rituals when you record? Like, do you have to be barefoot? Do you have to, you know?
I don't see nothing.
Okay.
I say, I don't want to see you.
Right.
Don't touch me. I've had experiences where I've heard voices and I've been like I've been touched. Yeah, and it's.
You were like, Mike, is that you?
Listen,
Here I
the
am.
ghosts do get real. Like I had a ghost tell me I was
thinking you Eddie
beautiful.
Kendricks from the Temptations in here at first. I don't know what was going on.
A ghost told me I was beautiful
Go ahead
once. A ghost touched my neck. And I don't want to say a ghost because
Right.
that just sounds like I'm
Something.
like, ooh. But like something. And I'm not making this up. Like I'm a very logical person. Like I love scientific. I'm like, what's the science behind this? What's the science behind me sitting I was in a photo booth against a wall in an old bar. No window. I heard a voice on this ear. This was the exit. And I heard it on this ear say, you're beautiful. It was a man's voice. And I was like, I got goosebumps and I got out of there and I said, wait a minute. You know, I've had things like that. I've been in hotel rooms and I hear Lizzo and I'm like, first off, how do you know my stage name?
Yeah.
Ghost are you?
Yeah, like, can I get an autograph?
I love you.
It's a groupie ghost.
It's some weird shit, man,
Yeah,
in
man.
the world. I can't explain it, but I've had it happen to me and I'm not tripping.
And at no point do you get up and try to find another house or at least go stay at a hotel for the night, or you just good?
You know, that's a good question, man. Because there used to be a lot of knocking and pinging and you could hear talking. And I said, if it ever like touches me, then
Right.
I'm out.
Right.
You know, because
What about the scarf falling on your arm? That's not touch enough.
you know that might have been it. But you know, it's an older house, so you know, when you walk into an older house, you hear creaking. So in the middle of the night, you'll hear creaking. You know, so I guess maybe the ghost gets up to go to the bathroom as many times as I do.
Right.
But we go at
Got his
different
own.
times. You know, but you hear like steps and then it stops.
You know what
And
you
then
would hear after you're, or you hear, that's what you hear from me. So, yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah, Momo will tell you, and then you know I did DoorDash commercial for like when the pandemic was on, like letting the actors that aren't working have the money from the tips from DoorDash, and the lady was in there setting up the camera, and she kind of went like this, and she goes, "Could you tell whoever's talking to stop talking?" And I said, "There's nobody else here, just us."
Damn.
And then when I was done, I went upstairs, and then she was getting the stuff ready, and then she said to Momo, "I don't know how he lives here. Like I can hear a woman talking like really low."
Yeah, that's when I'm gone, bro.
And then people come in there, and I leave there's a closet there that you know when you used to go over people's houses, you would say, "Oh, let me take your jacket," you know, and put it in this kind of small closet. And the first person that was like a spiritual person or a person that you know either cleans houses or whatever, they said to me, "What's going on with this closet right here?" I said, "I don't know. Like, what do you think?" She goes, "No, I think did the person have kids that lived here?" I said, "Probably."
Man.
And it said, I wouldn't close the door to this closet. I would always leave it open. Don't close that door. Like there's bad energy in that closet. Like like maybe they put the kids in there to punish them. And she goes, don't. And then upstairs there's an attic, but a low attic. And I would hear things rattling in there. And just loud, like just, you know.
Like you know, it's not just in your
Not
head.
excited.
Like
So I had to walk over there, and there's a switch. I turned the switch on, and I had to open it up. And man, you just hard as jumping up. I had my gun. Like, what am I gonna do?
you gonna murder the dead.
But yeah, the ghost. Hey, you! And, you know, it looks like a little hole in there. It just like goes like this. It closes like. But I mean, it's been a trip, man.
I feel
You feel.
because like there's no way to prove it,
Yeah.
Right.
right? but when I was 11, I definitely had an extra worldly experience.
What?
You know? Yeah.
What was left behind, Lupe?
I had got like a scar on the bottom of my like ankle, like
And you
my
don't know where that
Achilles
came
heel. I don't
from?
know where it came from. I never
You
had
don't
surgery
remember?
there. I've never remember falling there. I've done martial arts my whole life. The whole thing. It could be something from that.
And was
But
this
Yeah.
when you were in Chicago?
Chicago.
Oh
yeah.
man, those things happen all the time.
You don't remember like leaving one night and coming back and waking up?
He was
like,
11.
What the
No,
heck
what it
happened?
was I remember I was and this one we was kind of poor.
Right.
So it was like me and my cousin, right? He was laying, he was head to foot in the bed, right? And the way I was laying, I could look out the window. And I remember
She said, "Oh,
I remember like waking up and just being like shocked, like I was surrounded by all this like electricity, and I was trying to call and wake my cousin up
And
and
you
roll
couldn't?
out the bed, and I couldn't move, right? And then it was just I seen all this blue, like got surrounded by like this blue electricity. It's really weird, right? And then so I'm laying.
hey, dude, look how she looking at everybody like, see.
I told you my
you-
story.
but no,
Yo,
no.
Lupe, this is my
No,
story.
but,
Right,
look,
so
but go
look.
ahead. But you know what this is? It's like probably 10 of us in here right now.
Yeah.
And she looking at everybody like, yeah. You
So-
know what that showed me? The
I
both
didn't
you
tell you.
motherfuckers are crazy.
So
No, go
anyway,
ahead.
so you would think, okay, it's electric shock. I'm trying to move, and I'm really getting shocked. I really feel like, I'm getting shocked. So I look out. So it stops, and I look out the window, and I see a like a black disc fly down in front of the window, sits there, then flies out, and it's like maybe 7 in the morning. It wasn't like a night thing. It was like this black disc flew down and flew off into the thing.
Let me tell you, man. It sounds better coming from you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
bro. Way
I
better.
believe it.
Hey,
you know,
man.
for some reason, I believe you.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Mm.
And she hates scary movies.
So I don't like paranormal movies. I believe in spirits. I believe them can jump through the screen.
Really though? Have you ever had one of those moments? Because I know I have.
I don't know how I was set up to be this involved with the spiritual world. So for one, like the apartment I grew up in had a lot of paranormal activity. When I go to sleep at night, if I'm not sleeping next to somebody, I have to play gospel. I have to play gospel music
To this day?
to this day,
Wow.
or I'll get attacked. Like that sleep
Wow.
paralysis, like I'll get
Yeah.
that. But I get that every time if I don't play gospel music when I sleep.
That's wow.
So
So you always got to make sure it rolled, whatever. Like for you,
if I'm by myself, yes, I have to play it because I'll get it. Like I don't know what that's called, and I got to do more research.
Right.
But
and when you say attack, Saweetie, what do you mean?
like in my dream,
Right.
like you know when you can't wake
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and you feel like somebody's sitting on top of you.
Yes, man.
Like it's real, and especially when I started like meditating more, I feel like the stronger I became spiritually, the more I started getting attacked.
Yeah.
And like these experiences have always happened to me, like since I was a kid, you know. And I think like my craziest experience. So me and my homegirl, it was like the summer. I was like 14 or 15, and we up, you know, gossiping, talking shit, laying down in like my room, hot summer night. She goes to the bathroom, and I'm laying down on my bed. I feel something hella big start walking on top of me. I'm wide awake.
Wow. But you can feel it.
No, like I could feel it. It's like walking on top of me, but I already know what time it is because I grew up in like I just know what time it is because I've been experiencing this type of stuff since I was a kid. And I start like crying, and I'm like, because I just know what's happening, and a voice goes, "Shut up."
And you know that
deep-
100%, huh?
a deep ass voice that says "shut up," and I just start like, I just feel so.
Could you move
helpless.
then, even
No.
when you were awake?
I was like I froze, but I didn't freeze because I couldn't move. I froze out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since then, like I told my grandma, and you know I say Jesus every time, or I start praying. You know, because that's my way of fighting back. You can't just say stop. You have to say, you know, in the name of God and the name of Jesus, because that's the person who's gonna protect you. But it's like those experiences, like it's crazy when you're dealing with two different worlds at one time, because not everybody knows what it
Right.
feels like to have a paranormal experience.
My house is haunted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You still at the same place?
I'm still at the same
Oh,
place.
yeah, man.
Why is it haunted?
I guess it's been there forever, and there's just spirits come down. They're like, hey, it's kind of nice in here.
Yeah.
Guitars
Like, why would they
and
leave?
everything. But, you know, we've heard voices in there. There's been banging. Mom will tell you that there's entities that you see walking by or walking in the middle of the night.
And you're comfortable with that?
Yeah.
They not kicking in no mortgage or
Hey,
nothing.
man, listen, when you grow up, you know, the cucuy, the lechuza, you know, every lady watering the grass with a llorona, you're kind of built in.
But you built for this.
Nah, there'll be some ladies, but like, llorona should be a fucking kid. Every fucking time it gets dark.
Hey man, so but you in there and you've heard it because I remember the one time,
Man.
and you got a lot of history in the house as well, man. But yeah, I don't know now because growing up we had everything, bro. We had rats, we had roaches, we had spirits. And now that I'm a little bit older, I don't think I could just sit and know that something else is in the house spiritually.
Man, you know, maybe a couple months ago I had a folder on top of my bed, leather folder with a scarf up there, and it'd been there for maybe 3 months. And I get up in the middle of the night sometimes because I go to bed early, and I start working in the middle of the night. And one time about 3:30, it always happens between 3 and 4, that scarf came off of the top of the bed and landed on my arm. And I was like, that didn't just happen. And I'm like, yeah, it did. It just kind of came down and just landed on my arm.
Like somebody picked it up and tossed it.
Like someone was just kind of like, just let me put it next to you. Like maybe somebody came next to me. There's somebody that
Don't show me nothing in your phone, bro, because I'm gonna leave.
I knew that passed, and their face came to my, because I kind of felt that there was somebody in the other room, and then I ran the camera, but I looked the other way as if you're trying to psych out a ghost. You know, I'm going like this. The ghost, I can't see. He can see me.
Like how
And
people pick you up in the airport. Like, oh, there you go. There goes George.
Is that Bradley Cooper?
Right. Yeah, man.
I'm out. Bradley Cooper.
So that's what you did with the ghost, the spirit in the
I did
house.
with the ghost, yeah.
Like, yeah, if they don't see me doing this.
Watch this. He moves out of the way. See that?
Wait, hold on, man. What am I looking at here?
That's a face. I lit it up. So this was sitting next to me on the bed, and then he moves out of the way. You see him move out of the way?
Hey, man.
See him move out of the way?
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Watch this, George. I didn't see nothing.
Okay.
I saw it, but I ain't invite nothing in. Yeah, I ain't invite nothing in.
Chris Brown, he believes in UFOs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you think you ever been abducted?
Hell nah.
You think you ever seen anything that looked different? Why do you believe?
Because I'm an alien.
Why?
Because I'm an alien.
Explain.
I can't
Do
explain.
do you feel like, and I don't mean, you know, sometimes people think alien with the eyes and outer space and all that stuff, but you really feel like you're not of this planet?
I don't know. No, I'm an alien.
Well, you know what?
Extraterrestrial.
Fuck it, I'm an alien too.
For sure.
There it is. You know
For
what
sure.
I'm saying? Give me some of that alien work.
Let's get it.
All right. Do you? But you believe? Because I say this, Chris. I say, how can we be here and nobody else is here?
What you mean?
Like, how can we be on this
on
earth,
this planet? Oh, for sure.
on this planet, and nothing else exists?
Yeah, I second that.
And you've never been abducted, but you're an alien. Have you abducted anyone else? Is there an alien game that you can spit to us? Is there alien language that you know? Okay, all right. Well, it's obvious you don't want to share any
Yeah,
of
you
that.
feel me? I got it. You know.